What's up, guys? We will continue today on talking about inverse today. So last time we talked briefly that inverse has to be giving you back x. Whether you compose in one order or the other, you are supposed to get that, right? So we get that information, but in this chapter, in this portion, we're going to see that it also has a meaning in graphing term, right? So let me just first teach you how to find the inverse, okay? So let's say we're given y in terms of x as 5x plus 12. Okay? Then how to find inverse is, first thing, exchange x and y. And then solve for y. That's it. Okay, sometimes it'll be very hard for us to solve for y, but in this type of test, they will not ask you anything hard, so we will find that here. First thing that I will do, I change the place of x and y. So this becomes x, the other becomes y. And I'm gonna switch the size so we can solve for y. And then that will give us y is as 1 over 5x minus 12 over 5. Good. So let's graph this thing. I'm just going to sketch it so that you guys can see it over here. We have 5x plus 12, which is pretty high up there. It's going to come down like this. Here's the first graph. Second graph is coming from minus 2.5 somewhere there, and then it's going to be low graph like this. Okay, I hope I made a good graph, but it's supposed to look like this. So it's supposed to go out this way, and we can close that black line here. It's going to happen this way all the time, that whenever you draw the function and the inverse together, it's a reflection over y equals to x. The 45 angle line is exactly the mirror image between the two. So that's what you're going to get. Let's do that one more time with the more tough problem. Okay, here's a problem. So let's keep the picture in mind. Another example that we can do is when f of x, let's just go with y now. Y is equal to x squared. I want to find the inverse. Here's my f of x. I want to find the inverse. Inverse would be changing x and y. So this will be x and the other will be y. And that's basically it, right? But they want you to solve for y. That's the problem. So y is either plus or minus radical x, right? And previously we said f inverse doesn't have to be a function, right? You could just call it inverse. But what if we want it to be a function? Then we will look at it here that we have a parabola to start with that goes out this way. Ooh. So we have this parabola. That's the first one, right? And the second one, if you draw this thing right here, or this one, using both, you're going to get this. I hope I can draw this well. So we get this kind of graph. And as you can tell, it is a mirror image over the 45 angle line. You guys see that? But as we have talked about the function definition, you see that the blue line does not pass my vertical line test, right? If you cross it anywhere, you're going to get 2 points, right? So if you want this to be a inverse function